And so we made our way to the ancient city of Stagira, which once gave birth to two of the greatest philosophers history has known, Aristotle and Straton, both called Ostagiriotes to signify their origin. But whereas Aristotle's life has been the subject of writing ever since his own time, Straton remains a mystery. Who was this man who so boldly defied every comforting illusion philosophy has to offer? What shaped the philosopher whose logic was said to be so sharp that other philosophers feared to speak to him in public? Perhaps the answer can be found in the city of his birth. Here, in the harsh but beautiful landscape of Chalkidiki, near the town of Olympiada, and not far from the modern village also called Stagira, lies an ancient town built on hills overlooking the sea. It was in this city that a young man called Straton. It is said that Straton traveled far, that he stayed for many years in Athens and Alexandria, but also in cities far beyond the Hellenic world. And surely, wherever he traveled, he must have noticed one thing. All humans inhabited material bodies. All humans had the same weaknesses. No matter who their gods were or what magics they possessed, they all bled, they all got sick, they all died. Like the bronze giant Talos, every human Here, in the ruins of Stagira, we see a demonstration of the irrefutable truth of Straton's observation. Philip II, king of the Macedonians, who had the power to raise and then rebuild this city, he is gone, as is his son, who set out from Greece to conquer and transform the world. And so finally is the city itself. When the great Agora still stood, did people believe it could ever come to an end? Could they imagine that the center of their beautiful city would one day be no more than a few rocks idly inspected by bored tourists, a home now only to animals? After all, but we should not misunderstand the Talos Principle as a form of nihilism. We may not know much of Straton the man, but we know Straton the thinker valued civilization. After all, why else write philosophy? So we must not forget that, even though thousands of years have passed since Straton's death, cities, towns, and villages still stand. And as we take our first steps beyond the planet of our birth, it is valuable to remember that ancient principle and put truth before ego.
Excess data cleared.